So, passing on me, my name is Guensby. I'm a real estate painter. I've been making art since I was 12 years old, and today I'm 24. And I started making painting from 2022 to 2024. I will let you know exactly what happened during this time, mostly how it happened in my life and the feeling of it. I started painting for 2 years, not because I wanted to, but because unfortunately I had to. At the time, I had the money, no art materials, the backup plan, the comfort, just a passport, a broken dream, and the way to starting over. I moved to Dominican Republic with nothing but the will to survive and maybe realize my dream, which was at the time being a full-time artist with a great studio where I would be able to film and make my art video and maybe let the world discover the talented artist I was, because I'm not afraid to say it, I was mad talented at the time. What I learned those 2 years actually, it broke me. But from those learnings, it made me a better artist. I will let you know exactly why and how. Actually, it was supposed to be a pause. Quite frankly, it felt like a death. Because when you're born to create, not creating felt like you just dying. I watched from the outside, the artist in me went quiet. I couldn't paint, I couldn't afford the luxury of colors. When I moved to DO, I started working outside of art. I had to put some money aside, save a lot, scrap together the cost of brushes, some sketchbook. I started building my studio with my bare hand. I mean, literally. In the middle of it all, I was drawing. With the sketchbook I have purchased, I started drawing, posting on YouTube, hoping I can have at least 1,000 followers, because I realized I might have to work 1 year so I can start putting some money aside to starting building my studio, because I have something to show to the world. I need the world to see what I can do. Honestly, I've been going through a lot of things. Maybe we'll talk another video, but those 2 years was the worst 2 years of my life. I felt invisible, empty, which was the contrary of what was my dream when I moved to Bio. But I kept going. I didn't know it yet. The struggles, the pain was turning into a wonderful perspective. See, most people think sacrifice is dramatic, but real sacrifice actually is quiet. It's in the small moment when you trade comfort for a shot at staying alive and dreaming bigger. In my case, when I say staying alive, I didn't mean physically but creatively. Because first of all, I didn't stop painting because I lost patience. I stopped because survival came first. And when you force to do more with less, I think that's where the artist in you start growing up. That's when you discover who you are as an artist. I purchased one pen and a pencil. That's it. Let me tell you, those pen and pencil, they literally set up my career on YouTube. Those two little things I purchased cost me like 50 cents. And I will let you know how those two things get me from 0 subscriber to up to 5,000 subscribers, not just on my English channel, but on all 4 of my channels. I will let you know later on the video. I hit 1,000 subscriber on 4 different channels, which was in English, Spanish, French, and Portuguese, because I was so afraid. I didn't want it to just do it on one channel just in case it doesn't work, because I wanted to have at least more channel that had 1,000 followers. I mean, I wanted to do that in 1 year, just with the short and stuff. And in 1 month and a half to 2 months, I hit 1,000 followers at least on all the 4 channels. That's when it hit me. You don't need everything to start. To start, you just need to start. As an artist, you don't need a lot of things. You just need yourself and your creativity to start. And trust me, everything will follow later. I will show you to my studio from when I moved to Dominican Republic. So right now, which is not crazy, but you just will see how much difference, because now I have a studio that costs $5,000 US. I will let you know exactly everything I had on my studio from where I went when I started my journey to today, the studio I have and everything I have and how I work. Because sometimes, as noticed, you need to know to make sacrifices to be longer term. Look, I was a diehard realistic painter. That's all I've been doing since I started making painting. I just wanted to be a realistic painter. I never wanted to do something else. I used to say I'll never do anime in my life, because for me, anime was just something for kids. I was like minded somehow. Guess what? Take my channels from 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,000 subscribers with just $1 matters, a pen and a pencil. Yes, you got it right. Anime. Those things I said that were serious art, they became my entire identity for the past 2 years. And the ironic of it all, they gave me my first 10,000 subscribers in 3 different channels. I don't think if you realize, guys, like in 3 different channels. So that means on my Spanish A channel, I might have a one like 27,000. Of my English one, I have like 13,000, and I have the Portuguese one that might be 11, and my French one it was close to 10,000, something like that. And somehow, anime drawing, they made me humble as an artist. From this period of my time where I was really feel like at the bottom of it all. Not only when I was drawing anime, so when I was on Pinterest trying to find anime, I discovered Demon Slayer, which is now my favorite anime ever. And by the way, I made a challenge where I draw every character on Demon Slayer, because that's the challenge that took my subscribers from like 2,000 to the 10,000 of it all. On my Spanish one, the channel exploded to up to 25 or 27,000 followers. So I draw every character from Demon Slayer. If you guys want me to do a sketchbook or whatever, just let me know. Actually, like I said, anime drawing made me humble, made me flexible and more open-minded as an artist. It's gave me joy when I was at the darkest time of my life as an artist. It taught me that style was not betrayal, it was evolution. Because now as an artist, I can paint with alcohol markers, I can do watercolors, a lot of different things than I used to do. When I had nothing, I dreamed of a space. Now I have a studio. Not a mansion, not a gallery, but a sanctuary. A studio that taught me space doesn't make an artist. The spirit does. The mentality does. Discipline will carry you when passion disappears. Discipline will carry you when you run out of motivation. As an artist or even as a person, you don't grow when it's easy. You grow when it's challenging. I came back to painting different, more complete, more awake, more open-minded. I want my art to have message, to have a feeling, a meaning behind it. You know, those 2 years almost broke me. But now I see they were necessary, because when I started painting again in 2025, which was a triple acceptation, because I wanted to make it symbolic. Because the last painting I made 3 years ago, it was a triple acceptation I made with acrylics. And when I started painting again, I wanted to make another triple acceptation, but this time with a different materials, which was open. On the difference on the pen, as I can see, I will show you a photo of them side by side, or maybe one after another, so you can see the acrylics one and the old one, and which I'll try to put them side by side so you can see. When I dip my brush back in the paint again after nearly 3 years, I felt something rise in me, and I was kind of scared that I'm going to lose some of the level I had, which was normal. I spent a lot of time without painting. I mean, I cried. Normally, I'm not someone who cry a lot. In that moment, I remember what it feels like to do what you were born to do. Not for views, not for likes, because my soul has something to say. So if you're an artist and you're struggling, listen to me. Don't stop being yourself. Don't stop believing in what your hands were meant to make art. Because sometimes life will rip the brush away from your grip, but the artist in you won't die. It just wait quietly, patiently, until you come back stronger. You know, it might be controversial, but I think nobody chooses to be an artist. It chose you. Even when you forget, even when you're broke, even when you're lost. And to the people who subscribe, like, comment, and share on those dark days, I would like to say thank you. You have no idea what that means. You didn't just follow me. You remind me I wasn't invisible. You guys gave me fuel when I had none. And now I'm back. I'm not just painting. I'm becoming. And if you're still watching the video, please subscribe. It's means a lot to me. And again, if you guys have any question you would like to ask me, just put them in the comment. It would be a pleasure to answer them. I see you in the next video. Take care.